Welcome to all. Myself, Rashri, Assistant Professor, AI&DS Department from Kalinar Karunanidhi Institute of Technology. Today we are going to see about the IoT communication model. What is IoT communication model? IoT communication model defines the flow of the data to in the IoT devices between the IoT devices. IoT communication model defines the method structure of the data exchange between the IoT devices, gateways, cloud and application. It specifies how devices send and receive or share the information with connected of the IoT system. What are the types of the IoT communication model? There are 4 types of IoT communication model. First one is request and response, push and pull, publish and subscribe. Fourth one is client exclusive pair model. First model, request and response model. Request and response model is based on the client and server architectures. Client sends the request to the server. Server sends a response. Server sends this request is based usually in the encoded format. The model is stateless since the data between the requests is not retained and each request is independently handled. The server categorizes the request and fetches the data from the database. This data is converted to the response and it is transferred in the encoded format to the client. The client receives the response. In request and response communication model, client send a request to the server and server respond to the request. When the server receives the request, it is decided how to respond, how to fetches the data from the database and retrieves the resources and prepare the response and send to the particular client. This is a request and response model architecture diagram. First one is client. First client request to the particular server. So server process the request, process categorization all done in this server. So the server fetches the response in the particular databases. So it get the information from the database and returned to the client with the response. So this one is in the encoded format. So request and response both in the encoded format only in the request and response model. Next model is publish and subscribe model. So here the publish and subscribe model, there are 3 entities. First one is publisher, second one is broker and third one is consumers. Publishers are the sources of the data. Though it sends the data to the particular consumers. So the consumer is nothing but the subscriber of the topic, which is managed by the brokers. Brokers is nothing but responsibility to accept the data from the publishers and send to the consumers. So here publisher and subscriber model, MQTT protocol and AMQP protocol used in the IoT models. So here is a publisher and subscriber model architecture. So this is a publisher. Publisher sends the request to the middle of the broker. The broker only display the information to the customers. C1, C2, C3, C4 are the consumers of the subscribers. So publisher publish the topics to the broker. Broker only send the information to the subscriber or the consumers. Third one is the push and pull model. Push and pull model is there are here also there are three types, categories into three types. First one is data publisher, data consumers and data queues. Publisher. Publisher means publish the messages and the data in the queue. Consumers is on other side pull the data from the queues. So here data queues are decoding the messages from the publisher and the consumers. Queues also act as a buffer in this between the publisher and the consumers. This is a push and pull model architecture. Here publisher messaged or published the information to the queue. So here the message is published into the queue. So messages are buffered in that particular queue. After that only opposite side consumers pull the information from the queue. So here this middle of the queue is the responsible for the message handling. So publisher publish the message in the queue. So consumers can retrieve the information or pull the information from that queue. Fourth one is exclusive pair model. Exclusive pair model is the bidirectional model and it is example of the full duplex communication model. So one-to-one communication model is done here in this exclusive pair model. The server and the client. So server has record of all the connections which has been opened. Otherwise, once the server closed the connections means the server did not send any messages or any response to the consumers. So here, what are the protocols used here? Here means TCP and WebSockets are used in the exclusive pair model. So this is one is the exclusive pair model architecture diagram. First one is client request to set up the connect. First one is connection setup request from the client side. From after that sent to the server side. Server responds the accepting the request. Then client message to the server. So message reply from the server to client. Next one is client request the connection closed. So server response connection was close response sent from the server. So after connection closed, there are no messages or no information from the server side we can't get from the client side. This is then exclusive pair model.